Welcome back. Today we are listening to Novia Bachmid again. I have heard her once before. It was an incredible cover of the song This Mountain. So today we are watching her performance of Speechless from Indonesian Idol. Here we go.
Comes a wave to wash me away, a tide that is taking me under. Swallowing silly with nothing to say, my voice drowned out in the thunder. But I won't cry, and I won't start to crumble. Whenever they try to shut me and cut me down, you can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try. All I know is I won't go speechless. 'Cause I'm breathing, they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me? 'Cause I know that I won't go speechless.
Okay, we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. I have so many feelings about competition shows just because of what I've heard from, the behind the scenes aspects. Having heard her sing This Mountain, I can see why they probably wanted her to do this piece because it does show more variety. But when you have such an incredible voice like she does with all of that power, this might be controversial. Sometimes you don't need to show a lot of variety. Like sometimes it's okay to do like what you are so good at all the time. That being said, let's go back, because at the beginning of this, I don't know if it was the mic situation, it was very quiet, but also you can hear her incorporating more head voice than I heard in the first piece as well. So I couldn't quite tell if it was just the live audio that was, very faint, or if it was because she was doing it intentionally, because she was, alternating between her head voice and her mix. I don't know. I also... The one thing I do love about these shows is the production of it. I love the lighting. I love just the outfit they chose for her. Everything I think is so stunning.
Here comes a wave to wash me away, a tide that is taking me under. Swallowing silly with nothing to say, my voice drowned out in the thunder. But I won't cry, and I won't start to crumble. Whenever they try to shut me.
So with that little yodel there, you can hear how she was going more into a head dominant mix. This is kind of a tangent, but I have to say this. When it comes to volume, if you release the tension in your muscles too much, that's when you get that sound that almost makes you feel like you're singing off the voice, like you're not getting full adduction because the chords really aren't coming together. I feel like someone, a coach on here probably told her we want like a really tiny dynamic level just because it's gonna blossom so much later. So that could also be another reason why I'm not getting the same volume and power right now that I did in the first one. I feel like it's gonna grow into that. Let me back up just a smidge.
And I won't start to crumble whenever they try to shut me and cut me down. I won't be silent. You can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try. All I know is I
Like right there, that I feel like is middle to like low in terms of her dynamic capabilities. Like I feel like she's got so much more on top that you don't have to be so quiet on the bottom. I hopefully that makes sense. I think I'm so excited by her voice that, and I have a slight bias against some of these like competition shows and what they ask of singers. So I don't know. Here we go.
Yeah, won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless. 'Cause I'm breathing, they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me. 'Cause I know that I won't go speechless.
Okay, this is the last time I rewind. I promise. Well, this section. This last time that we heard her head voice, I feel like it was so balanced and so full. We still got that light ethereal sound, but it had that open pharyngeal space. It felt like it really matched the presence we were getting in her chest voice. Let me go back.
Won't go speechless. 'Cause I'm
Here.
breathing, they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me. 'Cause I know that I won't go speechless. And stones everywhere, every word. Center is old and done bending. Stay in your place, better seen than not heard. But now that story is ending. 'Cause I cannot stop to crumble. So come on and try to shut me down. Try to lock me in this cage. I want just to lay me down and die. I will take this road, and I will touch me, burn across the sky. Hear the animals saying, I won't be silent. Don't you wanna see me tremble when you try it? All I know is I won't go speechless.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to voices. So much power, so much presence, and I'm assuming stamina. I'm assuming this based off of how her voice moves. I don't know if I've talked about it that much on this channel, but when we talk about vocal categories, rather than focusing on soprano, alto, mezzo, tenor, bass, baritone, all these things, it is so essential that you focus on the characteristics that your voice has. So many singers cannot do what she can do. Like, that's the thing. She's got, I don't even know how I would classify her. There's so many different categories within each, in each category, each FACH, the FACH, the German FACH system. So in her case, some of the qualities that I'm getting are, I feel like she can sustain a very loud, present sound at a very high place in her range. Again, lots of power, great breath control. So when you have a voice like this, again, showcase that it's not very common for a lot of singers. So this, yes, let me go back, because this is what I like to hear. If you think, the best analogy I can give is if you think of opera and there's an incredible Wagnerian soprano, you would not ask her to sing Susanna in Figaro. You don't ask these singers with certain capabilities to do other roles, and vice versa. You really do play to your strengths, and I'm not saying that's the end all be all rule. I think it's important that you stretch yourself and you push yourself and you explore what your voice can do. But also, I love when singers highlight what their voices can do. Let me go back to that. Here, yeah, it's such a stunning sound. The other thing, it's got like the perfect amount of bite to it so that it carries. She doesn't incorporate a lot of vibrato until the ends of phrases, so we get this pure wall of sound, which I think is so exciting.
So come on and try to shut me, cut me down, try to lock me in this cage. Now on, just lay me down and die. I will take this road, get out, research me, burn across the sky. Hear the animals saying I won't be silent. Don't you wanna see me tremble when you try it? All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. 'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. 'Cause you underestimate me. 'Cause I know that I won't go speechless. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless.
This is such a tricky song when you have to constantly say speechless. Like an E vowel so high is so challenging. I love the slight modification she's using to get that out. That last note, like when we got all the reactions, it was so beautiful. I want to go back to that.
Know is I won't go speechless.
Like, even in her personality, I feel like when she has, again, this is only my second time hearing her, but at the beginning of this, and granted it's the beginning of the song, and of course you've got nerves when you're live and you've got an audience and you're doing a new piece, but as she moved into this section, when she was able to sing with her full voice, I feel like we got so much more of her personality, and she just seems like she is so in control of every single note that's coming out of her mouth. That was a gorgeous, like that beautiful mix. We still get a lot of that chest presence, so it's nice and powerful. And then at the end there, we get that beautiful vibrato. It's so steady and so consistent. I forgot how much I love her voice. Oh, it's so good. It's so full and so powerful, and it has the perfect balance of richness and bite, and it's just so good. Yeah, I need to watch more of her recent stuff, because obviously if this was from 2020, she has grown so much as an artist over the past few years. And again, it's so tricky on these live shows because you have to do a lot of what you're being told to do, whether it's song choice or, making sure you eye the right camera at the right time. There's that choreography involved. There's so much going on. And depending, I guess I don't know how it works on Indonesian Idol, but usually it's, on a weekly basis. So you're constantly turning over song after song after song. It's a high pressure situation. So I was very excited. I think it was the Roommate Project where I saw her cover of This Mountain, because it was a much more laid back experience. And I feel like she was just 1000% herself there. And even just like the intensity in her eyes, I remember that very distinctly from that video. So I'm going to watch something more recent probably today. But even here, like 3 years younger, so much power, so much skill in her agility when it comes to her mix and her registration. Beautiful. Now I feel like I need to hear more of this song. I haven't seen too many covers of this particular piece. So anywho, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.